Hi everyone, welcome to your video on finding the sum of angle measures of a polygon. The angle looks a little off. Maybe it's the angle of the camera. Anyway, in class we talked about some real-world examples of polygons. And just to quickly review, a polygon is a closed figure made up of three or more line segments that intersect only at their endpoints. So a triangle has three or more line segments, and they all intersect at each endpoint. Quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon, and I didn't put on here the misfosticagon. But all of those are examples of polygons. Again, here's a few more examples. And these are examples of non-polygons. So because in this figure here, they overlap each other's endpoints, it's not an example. These lines here are not line segments because they're curved. And this figure is not closed. Therefore, these three are non-examples of polygons. So our key idea here is that the sum, or S, of the angle measures of a polygon with n sides. So S represents the sum, n represents the number of angles. So what we want to know is what do all of these angles on the polygon add up to. So we're going to use this formula to determine that. So S equals, we're going to take the number of sides, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to take 5 minus 2 times 180 degrees. So I'm going to use order of operations, take my number of sides minus 2, which is 3. 3 times 180 degrees. You can use your calculator to check. Three times 180 is 540. So that means all of these angles add up to 540. Let's look at this example here. Again, the number of sides, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So I'm going to take 4 minus 2 times 180. So I'm going to do 4 minus 2, which is 2, times 180. 2 times 180 is 360. So that means all 4 angles add up to 360. Let's look at one more example. So again, the key idea is I'm going to count the number of sides. This polygon has this polygon has 6 sides. So I'm going to take the number of sides minus 2 times 180. 6 minus 2 is 4 times 180. Using my calculator, I'm just going to double check. 4 times 180 equals 720. Okay, let's open up to our graphic organizer. So I have the steps listed, and then we're going to do an example. So the first step is count the number of sides. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to count the number of sides. Next step, subtract the number of sides by 2. So the number of sides is n. So 6 minus 2 times 180. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 times 180. As we just saw, 720. Now, I'm just going to add something in here as well. So what this is saying is that all of these angles add up to 720. If I wanted to know the measure of each angle, considering this to be a regular polygon, regular meaning all the sides and angles are the same, I could take 720 and divide it by 6, because there's 6 angles. $720 divided by 6 equals 120. So that means each angle is 120 degrees. This is kind of just a little add-on for your information, but I'm really going to be kind of looking at the sum of the angles. Okay? All right, this concludes your video on finding the sum of all of the angle measures of a regular polygon. The angle of this camera needs to be adjusted.